Khalid, the roam roll, it will give so much rewards for Aurora Gaming.
Well, here we go. We'll see how this early game starts out. If Light does what Light usually does, and that's play aggressive on this roam, especially the Khalid, builds an advantage. That's going to spell a bit of a disaster here for Verso Time. Revitalize is already going to be used up. Now, Light doesn't have his. Obviously, he's going with the Flicker on this Khalid. So many options to initiate fights here. With that Raging Sandstorm, once it's up, oh, so close. Kojic quite low. Yue threading the needle on his HP here, but they're testing the limits in that mid lane.
Gonna be A-okay for now. Aurora Gaming has got a very strong mid lane duo as well. Woo.
Worth or not worth?
Okay, first blood in favor of Aurora, but a kill for the assassin. I think if you're Aurora, that's not worth it, especially because you have to commit your flicker anyways. You did kill the Lunox, which is not a difficult target to kill anyways. But I think the more devastating part is that you give it to Xeno. It's going to be dependent on how Xeno reacts, though.
Oof, is Xeno going to go for another? Okay, quick Sandguard here. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's Light. You know, I just said that when we got mid into the game. I was like, you know, Light likes to play pretty aggressive. So if he's going to go ahead and burn his Flicker and do that under turret, leave it to him to be the one to do that. So, again, they'll go ahead and get prepped up and ready for this first turtle of the game. Now that you have this level 4 and this minor, you know, this first blood or this... Oh, hold on. Kojic. Whoa, Kojic's actually going to get punished this time. So it looks like they want to force an interaction here for this turtle. Kojic goes down for the second time. This might be enough to just give Aurora the opportunity to take the turtle because Xeno's got to go grab his purple buff.
Yeah. It's going to be... That's gotta be a very big win for Aurora because the fact that Kojic has been taken out twice, and we're mentioning how Xeno should take advantage of that first blood, but let's see if our first kill that went in his way. Fortunately, they will not be able to capitalize on that. And Aurora Gaming not only collects a kill on Kojic, but they also get the turtle, forces the brilliance. Yue a little bit missed time with that ultimate, but it's okay. They're gonna be alive for now. Xeno has to get out and will get out. Boro recalling in front of both Yue as well as Light. Quite ballsy out there, but will not be punished by Aurora.
Yeah, right now they're going to go in this side of the jungle of Xeno. Trying to take his orange. An AOG comes through. Verso Xeno tries to get his buff, but it's not on him. Light does fall, and now Castle jumping into this fight. Yue's going to be able to dodge that Landshaker with the Flicker. I'm not sure if Edward's going to be able to get away with this. He does a Flicker, though. So he is fine. All that pressure towards the orange buff just to continue on, you know, building up this little bit of lead that Aurora has. But Verso Time's not having it, man. They will fight back.
Okay. So, what we can say about Aurora Gaming is that they really make mistakes when it comes to inefficient movements around the map, especially when they have gotten early lead. They are good at oppressing their opponents, and I guess that's what they're doing now with Light. Way that they are scouting out where Boro is so that the Gadot will always be busy, like minding his business, and this also makes it so that the Bruno will always have his, you know, he has to be looking over his shoulder all the time because there could be a rotation from Light or from Demon Kite at any moment's notice.
Yeah, we'll see how this happens, but what you are seeing is just continued pressure on Verso Time's jungle. So Xeno's not going to have that purple buff. You can already see, too, Demon Kite is level 8, my dude. Level 8 to Xeno, just hitting level 6. So this is going to be another objective, another turtle going in the hands of Aurora Gaming, and you know, this is, again, this is what we've seen them do. If they aren't winning fights across the board, they're taking resources elsewhere. And Aurora Gaming does this so quickly, and, you know, it almost gets to a point where next thing you know, you're like, dang, how do they have this advantage? You know, it's not like we've been giving them kills or bodies or anything like that, but they're just across the map, finding that gold and that experience to go ahead and scale up. And, you know, you see this, they almost have themselves 2,500 to 3,000 gold lead just based off this, and it's only been a couple kills on both sides for the game.
Yeah.
Oh, light. He could just Raging Sandstorm. Yep, he does. Sandstorm's on out of there.
Yep.
Not sure if Verso Time wants to pick a fight here in the mid lane, but it's just Aurora Gaming just kind of managing these waves and disengaging if they have to.
It's the importance of getting the early game lead for Aurora, and also the importance of losing Kojic twice in this game. You can see that there's no additional death from Verso Time for the past, 4 minutes of the match, or maybe 3 minutes. Going 4 minutes, they have... It's already been kills for Aurora Gaming, but Verso Time just can't move around the map. They are losing real estate here, and they even lose their gold laner. Now, that's definitely a big kill from Aurora.
Like you mentioned, you know, it's going to be difficult here with the Bruno. You're going to constantly be wondering where Aurora Gaming is, and now forcing the fight once again around the purple buff. There's a pull. Castle could be in trouble here. He does defensively flicker to the turret, so he's going to be able to survive. But Aurora Gaming comfortable. See if they start to put pressure on some of these tier 1 turrets after they got that bot one down. Light, given the information here, he's going to go ahead and just ride on through. We'll see if Verso March can do some damage, but Raging Sandstorm right on point. UA now helping this fight. Light's going to go ahead and flicker defensively. Xeno jumps in with a shadow kill, popping off quite a bit of damage, but with that beacon, UA is going to be fine. He's basically the squishiest target they can go for, but didn't even need to burn the flicker.
It's got to be safe for now. I think if Verso Time... We can wait for the latter portions of the game, maybe when Kojic already has a big damage boost from the combo, but it will take a lot of time before that happens. I think that they have to activate March now. Although March is a marksman, kind of needs a lot of items, there's no other source of damage from Verso Time that they can depend on. This Hayabusa will pop off later on. You can see, Yue, even after receiving a full combo, full duration of the Quad Shadow, just a Crimson Beacon is already enough for him to be alive.
Castle going to take a shot there too. I don't think he can escape this, even though the Braves fired. They're going to force the fight anyway under the mid. AOG trying to get out, but not enough. Boro falls. Conceal going to be used. Going up top. I'm offended on Xeno. Look at the damage from Dome and Kite on the Ruby with a solo kill against Xeno. Xeno entirely shut down on this Hayabusa, and that's exactly what I was talking about in the draft, man. You fall behind on the Hayabusa, you're going to have a rough time for the rest of the game. Beacon going to be dropped down. They have to burn the flicker for Kojic, and they'll do this. They'll take tier 1 in the mid.
Oh. Great plays coming out from Aurora once again. The immediate punish at that. Immediate conversion. After getting the team fight win, they took down the mid lane third and then killed off one of the jungle creeps for Verso Time, and they're not stopping.
They just keep putting pressure on the jungle, and UA is actually going to get punished. Verso Time has had enough of this. They say, give me my buff for Xeno, man. Aurora hasn't let up on their side of the jungle, but at least a kill going here to Verso Time.
It's going to be a good reaction coming from Verso Time. UA is actually a good target to have. 2 kills in one. Imagine if UA had 1 more kill, and that's a shutdown goal that they will be able to collect. That gave them a little bit of breathing space. Committing 5 of their heroes in that pickoff onto UA might look very desperate. Well, it is desperate, but Verso Time needed that. Unfortunately, though, Demon Kite will not let anything slip. After that kill onto UA, he immediately went to the bottom lane, took out that turret, and converted for more gold and breathing space for Aurora Gaming themselves.
And you see what's happening here, Wolf. They're just trading objectives again. Verso Time scraping up, trying to catch up on Xeno. Light's going to go ahead and zone them out away from this Lord, so it's going to be secured by Aurora Gaming. And just like that, now forcing a fight here in this side of the jungle. Not sure if they're going to follow through. They do get a Brilliance out. Castle landing down the land, Shaker there. Just keeping them an opportunity to disengage. Now this Lord making its way down that bottom side. Aurora goes in with a pull. They're able to find Kojic with the I'm Offended. The Holy Shield already popping here before the Lord makes its way. And now on time, Aurora will go for the tier 2 in the mid. We'll see what Verso Time's able to do. Unfortunately, this Lunox has been shut down for this game. Really not able to go and fight in any of these fights. Right now, they pulling these minions off to try to maintain that shield. Lord finally makes its way down bottom. Demon Kite jumps in with the Thorn Rotas and the puncture. He's able to find March just perfectly and escapes as well. A huge pull with the I'm Offended coming out from Doming Kite. And now they can just take their pickings against Verso Time. Xeno can't do anything. He throws out a shadow kill and watches from the fountain as game one goes to Aurora Gaming of Philippines in under 11 minutes.
A very dominant game that we've seen once again. We expect Aurora Gaming to have the upper hand versus Verso Time, but not like this. This is